Imagine it's year 2000 and you're running through an enemy base, silent pistol at hand, and hearts racing, unknown to the fact that you're one wrong move away from restarting the whole mission. That's Project I.G.I, a game that promised us to be a super spy but left some players cursing its name. Was it a game breaking masterpiece or was it a frustrating flop? Today, we are diving deep into Project I.G.I to uncover whether it's a legendary classic worth remembering or a flawed experiment best left in the past. Released on December 8, 2000 by Innerloop Studios and IDOS Interactive, Project I.G.I, subtitled I'm Going In, hit pieces during a time when first person shooters like Quake and Unreal Tournament were all about fast paced chaos. You played as David Llewellyn Jones, a former British SAS operative turned mercenary, tasked with stopping a rogue Russian colonel, Ek, from triggering nuclear catastrophe. The Cold War spy thriller plot was pure Tom Clancy, with 14 missions across Eastern Europe involving infiltrating bases, stealing intel, and sabotaging plans. Unlike its run and gun peers, IGI emphasizes stealth and tactics, aiming to make you feel more like James Bond in a first person shooter. The gameplay was a bold departure from first person norms. You creep through airfields, crumbling castles, and military compounds using silenced weapons like MP5 or Dragunov sniper rifle to take out enemies quickly. Missions required hacking computers, avoiding alarms, and planning your approach, while enemies were programmed to flank and set traps or call for backup. The environments were immersive, featuring destructible objects, dynamic weather systems like snowstorm, and open levels that let you choose your path, like sneak through a vent, snipe from hilltop, or risk it and go out loud. The game's sound design, with realistic weapon effects and detailed visuals, made every moment intense. But here is the kicker: Innerloop used a flight simulator engine from their earlier games, Joint Strike Fighter, giving vehicles like jeeps and helicopters a simulation like feel where you could feel the weight and momentum, a rarity in FPS game at that time. Project IGI was a trailblazer in several ways. First, its flight simulator engine was a technical marvel, delivering cutting edge graphics and realistic physics for 2000s. Driving a tank or flying a chopper felt grounded, unlike arcade style vehicles in other shooters, setting a new standard for immersion. The stealth focused gameplay was revolutionary. While Quake was about mowing down the enemies, IGI demanded planning, scouting with binoculars, and avoiding detection, making it one of the first FPS games to prioritize strategy over action. Its open ended mission design was another leap, letting players tackle objectives their way, whether through stealth or aggression, foreshadowing sandbox style shooters. The realistic weaponry, with accurate reload times and recoil patterns, added authenticity, as noted in fan wikis. The innovations, realistic physics, stealth mechanics, and mission freedom, pushed FPS genre into an uncharted territory, earning praise from fans who called it a technical pioneer on forums like Reddit. But IGI wasn't all smooth sailing. Its AI was a major pain point. Enemies could spot you through walls and act dumb, like standing still while you sniped their squad, breaking the immersion. The lack of mid-game saves was brutal. Die near the end of 30-minute mission and you will have to restart from scratch, leading to countless race quits. The absence of multiplayer was a huge miss in an era when Counter-Strike and Quake 3 thrived on online play, severely limiting IGI's replayability. Some missions had unclear objectives or felt linear, leaving players frustrated. Technical issues like crashes or lags on lower end PCs was common due to games demanding engine, which needed high-end hardware for smooth performance. Critics noted these flaws, with Eurogamer calling it frustratingly mediocre despite its ambitions. Critics gave Project I.G.I a mixed review, with Metacritic aggregating an average score. GamePro praised tough but addictive missions, while Next Gen slammed its technical flaws. Eurogamer saw echoes of GoldenEye 007 Stealth, suggesting inspiration from N64 Classic, but criticized IGI's lack of polish. Despite this, it sold over 100,000 copies in UK, earning Silver Award from ELSPA, showing a solid fan base. Its biggest following was in South and Southeast Asia, particularly India, Pakistan, and Vietnam, where it became a cult classic, often played on pirated CDs in gaming cafes. Reddit users note its popularity far exceeds sales due to piracy, with fans on r/pirated games calling it a thinking person's FPS for challenging missions and immersive feel. Yes, it struggled to compete with polished giants like Half-Life, but it became a niche favorite. Project IGI's influence on gaming is subtle but undeniable. Its stealth-heavy gameplay inspired titles like Splinter Cell in 2002, where Sam Fisher's covered missions mirrored David Jones' sneaky antics, and Hitman, whose open-ended levels echoed IGI's mission freedom. Modern shooters like Call of Duty's stealth missions, for example, Clean House in Modern Warfare, and Battlefield's vehicle heavy gameplay owe a depth to IGI's tactical roots in realistic physics. The flight simulator engine showed developers that cross gen tech could enhance immersion, influencing games like Battlefield. The open ended mission design foreshadowed sandbox shooters like Far Cry and Metal Gear Solid 5, where player choice is the king. The gaming retrospective highlight IGI's role in shaping tactical shooter genre, even if it didn't get the credit it deserved. The franchise saw a sequel, IGI 2 Covert Strike, in 2003, which improved AI and added mid-mission saves and expanded weapons, earning even better reviews but failing to break into the mainstream. After 2003, the series faded, overshadowed by blockbusters like Call of Duty. A planned prequel, IGI Origins, announced in 2019 by Toddman Interactive, promised a modern revival but was left in limbo after Antimatter Games shut down in May 2023. The game's director noted, "It may never release if another studio doesn't step in." Today, IGI is hard to find legally, often relegated to abandoned websites or pirated copies, cementing its status as a relic. Yes, its cult following endures, especially in South and Southeast Asia, where fans share nostalgic memories of gaming cafes. The mods on platforms like ModDB fixes AI issues and its features, showing ongoing dedication. So, Project I.G.I was good or bad? It was good for pioneering innovations. The flight simulator engine brought unmatched realism. The stealth focus made you feel like a spy, and open-ended missions gave you freedom rare in 2000s. The authentic weaponry and immersive environment created a thrilling experience, especially for fans in regions like India, where it became a cult phenomenon. And it was bad in execution. Buggy AI, no mid-game saves, and no multiplayer frustrated players and limited replayability. Technical issues and unclear objectives further marred the experience. Compared to polished peers like Half-Life, it fell short, but ambition made it stand out for those who embraced its challenges. Is Project I.G.I a legend? For its cult fans, it's absolutely a legend, a nostalgic icon of early 2000s, cherished for its daring vision and tense missions in South and Southeast Asia. Its cultural touchstone, with memories of pirated CDs in cyber cafes. But in broader gaming world, it's a niche legend, overshadowed by polished competitors. Its influence in tactical shooters secures a place in history, but its flaws prevent it from being a universal classic. Project I.G.I was a bold experiment that pushed FPS genre into stealth, realism, and open-ended design, inspiring games like Splinter Cell and Hitman. Its buggy AI, lack of saves, and missing multiplayer held it back, but its cult status and nostalgic pull makes it worth remembering. It's a legend for those who loved it, but a flawed masterpiece. Drop your IGI memories in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more gaming deep dives. As David Jones would say, I am going in.